Hello and welcome back to Serious About Salvage, another video on the channel. So today's video is a little bit different. We have a non-salvage car. This car's not been involved in a crash. It's a one owner and it was cheap. It needs a few jobs, so I thought I'd pick it up, but just do the one video on it, turn it around and send it out the door and see what we can make on it. So price wise, I think I did alright with this car. I paid £600 for this. So it's a 59 plate, it's actually a 2010 Kia Ceed, 1.4 petrol, nothing fancy, it's just a basic Kia 1, Ceed 1, whatever. But it has got aircon, electric front windows, and it's a metallic black, funnily enough, although it's really, really dull. Even just a nice polish above is going to really bring this colour up and out. It's got 89,000 miles on. So mileage not too bad, and yeah, 600 quid. So what do you think to that? It is obviously the facelift with the headlights, a little bit of a dip. Wheel trims, no alloys, but yeah, an alright little cheap car. So I'd noticed as soon as I saw it, the front end was sitting a little bit low, and I guessed straight away that the springs would be snapped. And in fact they are, especially, well, the passenger side is definitely, I can't see the drivers, but this side, the spring is snapped. So we do have a set of springs. We have a full service kit for it, because it's due a service. And I think, I would expect it's probably due an MOT if it's due a service, because like I said, they've had it from pretty much brand new. It's got full service history, both keys, and it was religiously serviced at the same time as the MOT, so I think it's probably due an MOT as well, I think in January. In terms of condition, it's fine. Obviously it's just not been washed that much by the looks of it, it's gone dull. It's clean inside, but we just have a little bit of a dent on this wing here, this rear quarter. So I might have a go at taking the trim out of inside, see if we can put that main one out. But yeah, just look, just a bit of a rub. Colour difference. So you can imagine what my buffer with a bit of cutting paste is going to do. It's going to really bring that colour out and make it look nice. It's got great tyres all around. I did drive it back, although it didn't sound too good on that corner because of the spring, but the brakes seemed fine, the engine seemed fine. Oh, excuse me. I must apologise about my voice. I've not been well for the last week and a half really. And my voice is suffering from it. And I also hope the audio is okay on this GoPro, because as you probably noticed last few videos, I've been having issues with that yet again. Not a fan of this GoPro, and in the new year I will be looking for something a bit better. So yeah, so 1.4 petrol. They have a cam chain, not a cam belt these, but it's a bit dirty, it needs a clean, but it's all there. And like I say, it's never been crashed. So yeah, in this video hopefully we'll get it serviced. We're going to swap out the springs on the front. Well, hopefully it's going to be completely finished basically. MOT, I'm going to have to see if I can squeeze one in, because it's getting close to Christmas now, isn't it? So see if they can do that. But yeah, just a one little quick video, in and out. I wasn't sure about putting this on the channel, but some of the cheap little cars actually do well. The little Punto, excuse me, the little Punto's done alright on the channel, so I thought, why not? It's another video for you guys to watch over Christmas. Better than nothing. So let's get it on the ramp. We'll get this oil draining, because I have warmed it up. And, well, in fact, yeah, I'll show you a quick look inside. It's nothing exciting, like I said. There's the springs. We do have a bit of a dicky driver's electric window as well we need to look at. But, like I said, 89,000. Idle's fine, no lights that we shouldn't have. They're quite basic, but it's alright. It's a fine little car. And service pack there. It's got all the spare wheel, all the tools. It's a complete car. So right, yeah, let's get it on the ramp. Let's get this oil draining. and we'll crack on and get these springs changed out. Right, so we've got our oil draining, oil filter is off, and the wheels are off, so let's have a look at what's going on in here. And well, the brakes, they need a bit of cleaning up, but they weren't replaced, they haven't done many miles, put it that way. Pads again look massive, lows on the pad. This spring is the one that I think's okay. Yeah, it looks okay. Let's have a look at the other side. This is the snapped side, and yeah, that's the spring. So, well, it shouldn't be there, should it? We know that. And I think there's a bit floating around in here. Yeah, there's a bit. It's a bit of spring. But again, disc and pads, perfectly fine, just need a bit of cleaning up. So we're going to get on with these springs, and aren't we? We're going to get these struts out and change these springs out. Don't look too hard of a job. You've got 2 pinch bolts, one there, one below. Obviously got to disconnect your brake line and stuff from the strut. Disconnect your drop link, 1 bolt, and then there'll be either 2 or 3, looks like 3, up there, what you can see, top mount, 3 nuts up there, strut comes out, and simple as that. I'll swap the springs over then put it all back together. So I'll tell you what, I'll keep that bit of spring just for a minute, just so we can compare to the new ones when we get it out. And yeah, I'll put you on a stand, and we might as well work on this broken one first and get this one out. Right, well there we go, yeah, that spring's done, innit? So, I don't think we need to compress that spring to take the top mount off, do we? Get it off. There we go. Make sure we keep this lot in order. Not there. in there. In there. And wind this off. I'll try to. There we are. Alright. So should I just grab the other one and we'll get it in? Let's put this rubber mount back in place, I think, first. Like so. I'll grab a spring. Like I said, you have to excuse me coughing today, I'm afraid. I'm full of rubbish. So it's that way down, like that. Alright, I'll just grab my spring compressors and we'll continue. Right, I've got the spring on. It was a lot of faffing around that, so that's why I turned the camera off. I'll try and capture doing the other side spring. But for now, we're going to put this one back together. So, it's just a reverse of exactly how we took it apart. Top mounting first. Oh, come on. It just looked like it was a certain way around. Is it that way? Nope, not that way. There's a different distance between each of the studs, funnily enough. Didn't know that. So, yeah, that's the top mount. So I'm going to tighten this up, and then we're just going to continue and fix all this end back together. Like I said, just the reverse of how we took it apart. Right, so I'm ready to put this spring on now. So it's pretty simple, you know, don't stand in front of it, don't stand above it. Keep to the side. Compress your spring with spring compressors. And then it's just a case of sliding it together. The spring does sit at a certain place, which I will show you in a second. Well, it does on the bottom anyway, not on the top. Not on this one. On some it does. You know, it's just, they're all different. As long as you can just about get your screw on the end, nut, like so. Then you know you've got your spring compressed enough. So that's roughly in the right place. We'll get this nut wound on, because once that's wound on, we know we're in a safe place. Right, and then it's just a case of getting the clamps back off. And on this particular one it's difficult because of the cup on the bottom. you have to use a spanner on that one, which is why I had to mess around with the other one. So I'll pull that back a bit. Yeah, spanner on that one. I can get a socket on this. So just wind them off, and that will put the tension from the spring into the actual dampener. That's one off. Other one, like I said, I'm going to have to mess about with a spanner. So I'll do that off camera, and then I'll just show you quickly. Well, I'll show you quickly now. The spring has to sit up against that little bar there, the bottom one. So as I take the tension off that, that's going to drop just into roughly there. Top piece, there's nowhere for it to locate on this one. On some there is though, so bear that in mind. Right then, so we're a bit further on now. Wheels are back on. I've put the sump plug in, I've done the oil filter, I've done the air filter, I've refilled the oil, and it's now time to put it on the floor and see if it sits any better, which it's going to do, obviously. So let's drop it down, get it on the floor. That's looking better already, isn't it? Get it off the ramp, have a little look. And hopefully, yeah, like I said, it's going to be sitting, it's sitting a lot better this side, that's for sure. There we go. See if I can push it off the ramp. So there we go. Yeah. Push it up there somewhere. There we go. Oh yeah, it's sitting a lot better, isn't it? It's a lot more level now. And around here. Yeah, good. So that's sorted that out. Right, now I need to grab some more pads for my buffer because mine are knackered. So I'll nip out and I'll come back, give it a wash, and then we'll give it a good polish on camera and see if we can get it to look a lot nicer than it is. I'm sure we will. So, see you shortly. Right then, the car's been washed and we're ready to polish it. So I put a bit of tape on the bonnet so we can just see the difference. This little bit of polishing, I'm not going to go crazy, just a quick pass over it because I'm not trying to get any scratches out really. I just want to bring the colour out and it'll happen quick. So let's just have a quick whiz over it, just near this tape, and see what happens. Right, that's all I want to do. So like I said, I don't want to spend all day polishing this up. I want to give it a quick little spruce up. So we get this polish off now. Like I said, all I'm looking to do is bring the colour out. Not get it, you know, like a showroom car. It's not the intention. It's not coming off easy. It's cold today. Alright, should we see the difference? And that's from just literally, what, 2 minutes? That's how much it's brought the colour out. Now obviously I went over the tape a little bit, but where the tape is, that's the original dullness. And yeah, that's all it takes. Just takes the oxidisation out of the clear coat. Just brings that colour back a little bit. So it'll make a big difference if we just fly over the car for the sake of what, probably about an hour. It'll really make the car shine and make it sell a lot easier and make it look a lot better. You know, years and years of sunlight and whatnot is why this has gone dull. So you could make this probably a lot better, but I'm not spending a lot of time on it. It's not worth it. Right, yeah, I'll get it all polished up, and we'll have a little look around it at the end. But then we're going to be done with this car. Like I said, it's getting MOT'd. What day is it? It's Monday today. It's getting MOT'd on Wednesday. Crikey, I can't shake this cough at the minute. It's getting MOT'd on Wednesday, so I am going to finish this video today. I'm not going to bother coming back to you with an MOT on it. Unless anything drastic happens and it fails miserably, it'll get sold, it'll be gone. So right, I'll get it finished and we'll have a little look around it. Right, well, check out that bonnet. It's come up beautiful. So much better than it was. Yeah, completely different car. It's like I said, really brought that nice metallic black out. Like I said, it could be a lot better if you spent some more time on it, but I'm not trying to make it perfect. It's only a cheap car. Unfortunately, most of the car won't dry at the minute. It's a bit too cold, so I'm going to have to leave it overnight to dry out completely before I continue to polish the rest of it. I've done some. I've done just the top of this door, and I've done the A-pillar all the way along, and this little section. But you know, the rest of it lower down, and on the roof and stuff, it's just too wet. I've wiped it down a few times already, but it's just not dissipating. So I'll just end the video here, to be honest with you, and I'll get that done when it's dry enough, really. So just a one-off little video on this nice little Kia Rio. Like I said, I only bought it because it was cheap, £600, and only spent, I think pair of springs was £100. And a service kit, I think £140 in total for the springs and service kit. Obviously it'll get an MOT, which is another 35. That's, like I said, on Wednesday, and then it'll be sold. So nice cheap little car for someone. Like I said, it's not got any crash damage history, full service history as well. I think it was a wise buy, really. Couldn't really pass it up at the money that they were asking for it. Like I said, it's not perfect. It's got a bit of damage on the bumper there, and it's got a little bit of damage staying plate to the side, so it does add a little nudge on the front at some point. You can see the imprint a little bit of the crash bar there, but it's not out of shape. It's all lines up still, so it must have just been a little nudge. But you know, I'm not going to use my time up pulling that bumper off and having a look what's underneath and stuff. I don't think there's any need. It's not necessary. Like I said, it will be cheap, cheaper than any others out there. I'm not looking to make a great deal of money on it. Just to get it out the door and get it gone. Someone can make use of it. So yeah, that's going to be it. I enjoyed this little one video. Bit different, like I said, non-salvage. Yeah, if you liked it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.